My life for a long time was black. I had a head injury at work which affected everything in my life. My whole life just changed. I couldn't work, I couldn't go out, I didn't talk for days, I didn't eat, I didn't do anything. It was just a big black hole that I never thought I was going to come out of. I came to the Independence Trust and went and had counselling with Sarah, and she said about the courses. At that point in my life, I would try anything and everything just to feel something that was life. So that's why I came to the courses. I still suffer from anxiety, I still get depression, but I have a life. I've learnt things from doing the course that when my negativity takes over, I find two positives in the situation, which breaks the negative thinking, but also gives me a positive to work towards. There's always a positive to work towards. It's just you have to find that positive. Doing this is something I would never think I would do, and I've used lots of positive thinking this weekend to do it, and I'm doing it. So it's another step in my getting back to a life. I do it with my grandson, who suffers from anxiety as well. Through lockdown, we've done a lot of positive thinking between us. We've started taking photographs, which helped break the anxiety and gave us something to look back on as well, which is a positive in itself, because we followed plants and flowers growing, we followed animals, just silly, simple little things that we did, but they give us a positive. It's a little ray of light in a world that's a bit strange this year.
Hello, and welcome to the third of the 4 sessions which make up the 3P's workshop. I hope that you have had a good and positive time since the last session. Today, I will be talking about the first of the 3P's, positive thoughts. But before I do this, let us have a recap from the last session. If you are experiencing new and prolonged symptoms of anger, anxiety, and or depression, you should speak to your GP. Do not stop or reduce your medications without first discussing it with your GP or mental health support worker. Our primitive mind is there to keep us safe, but it can go into overdrive, making us ill. Negative thinking causes anxiety. Anxiety allows our primitive mind to stay in control. It is not the events in our life that cause anxiety. It is often the way we think about the events that causes the anxiety. Our minds cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. Everyone has bad things happen in their lives. The more time we spend thinking positively, the more our intellectual, positive mind will be in control. The way we think becomes a habit. So if we think negatively a lot, it will become a habit. But equally, if we think positively a lot, that too will become a habit. Let us now talk more about the first of the 3P's, positive thoughts. I asked you much earlier to do just one thing, and that was to remember the word choice. This is now really important, as we can, with conscious thought, choose whether we think positively or negatively about anything. However, the fly in the ointment here is something called negative automatic thoughts. These are negative thoughts which pop into our minds without any conscious intention. They just seem to arrive. Many of us who experience anger, anxiety and/or depression will have experience of negative automatic thoughts. And although initially we cannot stop them popping into our minds, we can, with conscious thought and effort, notice them, name them, and change them. That is, we notice that we are thinking negatively about something. We name the thoughts as negative, and then we think about how we could think more positively about that thing. With practice, the negative automatic thoughts will start to reduce, and we will also be able to catch them before they fully appear and put a positive thought in place to block them. None of us can or should prevent all negative thoughts. That would be unrealistic and probably equally unhealthy. This is about reducing the number of negative thoughts we think, and also the severity of the negative thoughts. Let's have a light-hearted look at some examples of how we could change negative thoughts into positive ones. Oh no, it's raining. This rain will be great for the plants. Or, at least it's not snowing. Nobody has called me today to see how I'm feeling. I could give someone a call for a chat. Or, it's so peaceful without the phone constantly ringing. Everything always goes wrong for me. I like where I live. Or, it was nice to see so-and-so recently. Or even, great, I didn't burn my tea today. Why don't you take a moment or two to write down some yourselves? As well as trying to change our negative thoughts into positive ones, it is also important to acknowledge the good things that are around us or that we are experiencing. All too often, in fact most of the time, we don't even consciously register anything that is good or pleasant, but along comes something even slightly unpleasant or bad, and we focus all of our attention on it. Obviously, this feeds into our primitive mind and keeps it in control. So it is really important to notice what is really going on around us. Some of you may be more familiar with this concept by the name of mindfulness. There are, I assure you, thousands of lovely things going on to, for, and around you. So this time, let's have a look at the sort of positive things that you could take note of during your everyday. Lovely cuppa. Pretty flower. I like this weather. I like the clothes I'm wearing today. Ooh, these shoes are really comfy. I love the material of that person's dress. That person said thank you to me for holding the door. What a nice smile. Cute dog. I'm looking forward to lunchtime. Great TV tonight. As you can see, the sort of positive things that I'm talking about are not massive events or occurrences. They're everyday things that we often miss seeing and acknowledging because we are so busy thinking negatively. Just take a few moments now to have a look around you and see what you can see that makes you feel positive or happy. Why don't you make a note of them now? Let us now look at some examples of ways in which we can challenge our negative thinking. Am I confusing a thought with a fact? Am I jumping to conclusions? Am I assuming my view of things is the only one possible? Do these negative thoughts help or hinder me? Am I thinking in all or nothing terms? Am I asking questions that have no answers? Am I taking things too personally? Am I expecting myself to be perfect? Am I exaggerating the importance of these events? Am I predicting the outcome? Am I using double standards? Am I assuming I can do nothing to change my situation? Our thought processes, be they negative or positive, become habitual and persistent over time, just like anything else we do repetitively. If we always get ready for the day in the morning in the same order, it becomes a habit, and we do it without any conscious thought. Equally, if we always think in the same way, it too becomes a habit that we continue to do without any conscious thought. Therefore, if we have survived a difficult period of life by adopting certain thoughts and actions, we will continue those thoughts and actions even after that period of our life has passed and improved. When we do this, those thoughts and actions that helped us survive those difficult times begin to hamper and restrict our current life, causing dis-ease and illness. What we all therefore need to do is adapt our thoughts and actions to our current situation. Be open to the idea of changing our thoughts and actions. Be brave, be bold, and try new ways of being. Let us have a think about some of the type of situations in which we could start to think more positively to enable us to act more positively. For some of us, the following things may cause us increased anxiety, even to the point of stopping us doing them. Leaving our home, going to appointments, going somewhere where there are groups of people, making phone calls, opening our post, eating new food, getting on a bus or train, applying for a job. Obviously, there are many more situations that could cause increased anxiety, but hopefully these examples give you an idea of the type of things that can cause us problems. Now, let us have a look at some different ways of thinking that we can try before, during, and after we do any of these anxiety-provoking things to make them appear a little easier. Before, it will not be as bad as I think. It won't last long, so I could cope. It's better to do it now, as this will stop me worrying. I might enjoy it if I go. I can always leave if I choose to. If I do get bad feelings, I know they won't last long and I can cope with them. During, just concentrate on what is going on. Remember to relax and think positively. I can manage this anxiety. I've managed before. I know I'm going to be okay. These feelings always pass. I'm just feeling anxious. It may be unpleasant, but I know it's not harmful or dangerous. After, I achieved that. I coped pretty well with that. I handled that, so next time it should be easier. I can be pleased with the progress I'm making. If I keep this up, I'm going to get really good at this. I actually enjoyed that. So we have today established the following. We can choose to think positively or negatively. We all experience negative automatic thoughts. With practice, we can reduce the amount and severity of our negative automatic thoughts by noticing them, naming them, and changing them. There are lots of lovely positive things happening to, for, and around us. Both negative and positive ways of thinking become, over time, habitual. By thinking more positively before, during, and after an event, it can make it manageable and sometimes even pleasurable. This is now the end of the third session of the workshop, but will be followed in a moment by another relaxation session. During the next session, we will briefly recap on the last session and then take a look at positive actions and positive interactions and what we can do when we start to feel overwhelmed. Until then, stay safe and think positive. As you lie yourself back, you can settle down and begin to relax. Just make yourself nice and comfortable. You can notice the weight of your head resting there on the surface, and you can be aware of your head relaxing, knowing that the surface it is on will fully support the weight of your head, so you don't have to hold any stress or tension in your shoulders or neck. You can just let your head rest back, nice and relaxed, and let go. And you can relax your shoulders too, because you know that what you're lying or sitting on will fully support you. It can take your full weight, your full height, every muscle, every fibre of your being, as you just relax back into it, fully supported. Because now is the time for you to do nothing. You don't have to be anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You can just lie back and relax. And your mind can drift and dream as you hear all the sounds around you, the sounds outside. None of these things need distract or disturb you, as they comfortably remind you that the world is still safely turning, and you can allow yourself a moment to just rest back, relax, and let go. You can let go of any tension in your stomach or across your shoulders. Ease off those muscles in your back and down your spine, and along the muscles in your legs, down through your ankles, and all the way to your feet, your toes, even your arms and every finger, loosening and relaxing, perfectly at ease, drifting and dreaming with your thoughts as you pay attention to your breathing, that gentle rise and fall that happens all by itself. And with every breath you take, and with every word I speak, you can just let go. And as you continue to relax, start to create a picture in your mind of the colour red. Imagine red of all shades. You might wish to picture red objects, a red landscape, or just a solid colour red. Imagine all the different tones of red: roses, bricks, apples, sunset. Enjoy the colour red. Now, allow the colour you were imagining to change to orange. Picture the colour orange. Infinite shades of orange. Flowers, pumpkins, carrots. Fill the entire visual field of your mind's eye with the colour orange. Enjoy the colour orange. Now start to visualise the colour yellow. See in your imagination all the various shades of yellow. Allow yellow to fill your vision. Lemons, flowers, autumn leaves. imagine the endless tones of the colour yellow. Imagine yourself surrounded with the calming colour yellow. Immerse yourself and enjoy the colour yellow. Let the colour you are imagining become green. Fill your imagination with the colour green. Endless shades and tones of green. Plants, leaves, grass. Imagine being surrounded by beautiful green. All shades from the lightest to the darkest. Bright green, subdued green. Enjoy green. Now see in your mind the colour blue. Surround yourself with beautiful blue, unending shades of blue, water, sky. Imagine blue filling your vision. Enjoy the colour blue. Allow the colour in your imagination to become violet. Focus on the multitude of purples around you. Flowers, eggplant, sunrise. Immerse yourself in the colour violet. Enjoy violet. Now, allow your attention to return to your breathing. Notice how calm and regular your breathing is now. Meditate on the calming colour relaxation once more. Imagine the colours again, one at a time, starting with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Now picture whatever calming colour you wish to. Do you have a favourite or a colour that suits your mood right now? Imagine whatever colours you like. Allow your mind to be relaxed, focused, and calm. Enjoy the feeling of relaxation that you are experiencing. And now it is time to start to return your attention to your regular activities. Become more and more alert with each breath you take, more aware of your surroundings. Stretch your muscles and slowly open your eyes. Now you are feeling fully alert, but calm and ready to carry on with your day.